And welcome everyone to the Riverside County Board Brief as we give you a brief look at what took place during today's Riverside County Board of Supervisors meeting. In fact, it was our first meeting of 2024, marking our first board brief show. And to lead things off, we have the treasurer and tax collector for the county, Matt Jennings. And Matt, there were several hearings on the agenda, although not pulled for discussion in front of the Board of Supervisors, but there were several hearings today. What were these hearings all about?
Thank you. Those hearings were actually the end of a process that we go through called excess proceeds. Excess proceeds happen when we actually take a property to tax sale. If we sell it for more than what the taxes currently owed outstanding are, then there's an excess amount of money that anyone with an interest in the property can actually claim those funds. There's a claim period for about 1 year after the sale, and then we gather up all those claims and we kind of dictate on who is going to get what interest in the property that they have. And then when we make a final determination, we take that determination to the Board of Supervisors. The Board of Supervisors actually has to, based upon our recommendation, make a motion for us to be able to distribute those excess proceeds to all of the claimants.
So obviously this is very, very important for the public to keep track of those sorts of things, right?
Absolutely. Definitely if there's an unfortunate situation where a property is lost via tax sale, then we actually, when we offer the property, we sell it for taxes, and that creates a minimum bid. And a lot of times, in a lot of circumstances, the property gets bid up over and above what the taxes actually are. When that happens, any of those excess funds can be claimed by the previous owner, relatives, anyone with an interest in the property. So you want to make sure that you're looking out for those types of notices from us, because that filing deadline is very clear and cut, and it can't be moved. So you want to make sure that you meet the deadlines, as well as attend these hearings if there's any issues that you have with the recommendation of the tax collector.
And some of these boundaries for these is from the state level, right? Like it's not necessarily coming from what you want to do, it's coming from above you.
Absolutely. Pretty much 90% of what we do in this process is driven by the Revenue and Taxation Code for the state of California, which is a state law. And so when we make the recommendation to the Board of Supervisors to take an action, then that recommendation is based upon what needs to be done by law according to our processes.
All right, that all makes sense. That's Matt Jennings, treasurer and tax collector for Riverside County. Very important to keep an eye on those public hearings. Matt, thank you so much for your time. We appreciate it.
Thank you. You're very welcome.
All right, thank you, Matt. Now we go to some video from earlier today during the Board of Supervisors meeting. Mike Walsh, back from Housing and Workforce Solutions. He went before the board with some more good news for affordable housing here in the county of Riverside, as the board approved funds from the Home Investment Partnership's American Rescue Plan program for the Cathedral Palms Senior Apartments. You're taking a look at those right there in Cathedral City. So Mike Walsh has been on the show a bunch, and it's always good news for affordable housing here across Riverside County. So here's Mike Walsh explaining more about this specific program out in Cathedral City.
Thanks, Pep. Today at the board meeting, the Board of Supervisors approved a $2 million allocation of Home Investment Partnership, ARP dollars, to Cathedral Palms Apartments that was developed by National Community Renaissance. This 224-unit housing development for seniors, it serves a vital piece of addressing homelessness throughout the Coachella Valley and throughout the county as a whole. This $2 million goes a long way to making this project a reality. This was the first project in Southern California, and maybe even the state of California, to open up utilizing No Place Like Home dollars. And it's just part of the overall solution the county is taking to address homelessness in the space. And we're just really excited on days like this to see more housing get done. So back to you in the studio, Pep.
Very good. Thank you, Mike. Always bringing good news here to the board brief. Now we're going to pivot from affordable housing to improved roads across Riverside County. Let's take a look at some video of that we shot of some repaving. We call it slurry seal here in Riverside County from a project we did not too long ago. This was specifically in District 5. Well, D3 and D5 recently had some slurry seal projects and some curb ramp improvements. We have Dennis Acuna from Transportation and Land Management talking more about the slurry seal projects, again, specifically in Districts 3 and 5, and the big improvement they're going to make in their neighborhoods.
Good morning. My name is Dennis Acuna with the County Riverside Transportation Department. I'm here today to quickly discuss an item that was passed today, the notice of completion for the slurry seal project for Districts 3 and 5. This project consisted of roughly 150 roadways in our annual maintenance program and roughly 35 curb ramp replacements that will greatly benefit the communities within the District 5 and District 3 locations. The completion of the slurry seal projects for 3 and 5 will extend the life of our roadways by providing a smooth and safe surface for the motoring public, as well as provide updated ADA ramps for our pedestrians along these roadways. Back to you, Pep.
All right, Dennis, thank you. And finally, millions of us, including myself, watched the College Football National Championship game last night between Michigan and Washington. Let's go to some video as our CEO for the county, Jeff Van Wagenen, recognized one of our members of the county family. This hits very close to home as Steph Percy's son, Jeff Percy, number 79 here on the offensive line for the Michigan Wolverines, was part of the team last night that won the national title 34-13 against the Washington Huskies last night in Houston. Steph was there with the family to root on Jeff and the Wolverines as they brought home their first national championship since the 1997 season. Here is CEO Jeff Van Wagenen speaking more.
I am a college football fan, and I want to congratulate Jeffrey Percy. He is a 6'8", 320-pound lineman playing for the Michigan Wolverines. He and his teammates won the national championship last night, and we have an extra special connection to that team, and specifically to Jeff Percy. He is the son of Stephanie Percy, who is the deputy director, or a deputy director in the executive office, that has done a lot of work with our department, certainly in developing budgets, and now in supervising all the analysts that are working with our constituent-focused departments. So congratulations to Jeff, to the Wolverines, and to Stephanie. I know that she was sending me pictures last night from the game in Houston, and she's a proud mom.
Very good, and congratulations to the entire Percy family. And again, Steph working right here for Riverside County. That's going to do it this edition of the Riverside County Board Brief. My name is Pep Fernandez, and we'll see you next time.